the fact that Elijah doesn't die is probably why he is more prominent, even though Elisha gets double his spirit. And we'll talk a little bit about that. These prophets, it's a thankless job. I mean, they're telling people what God is expecting of them, and they want to kill them and stuff. It's not a good job to have. It's kind of spooky. But Elijah knows that God is going to take him, and he wants to leave Elisha behind. Right? He says, "I'm going to go," and Elisha refuses. He says, "No, I just as soon die." And he says, "As Jehovah lives and your soul lives, I will not leave you." So he goes with them. They go to Jericho. They go to these different places, and they go to the Jordan. Right? They go to the Jordan River. Elijah takes his mantle, which is basically just this covering, and rolls it up and strikes the Jordan River, and it parts so they can walk through. That is pretty amazing. He knows enough about Elijah that God is with him. He's got to be amazed by all these things. He's got to be going, "Man, how am I so blessed to be a part of this?" I'm assuming he had to be thinking that. He asks Elisha, "What shall I do for you before I am taken?" And, Elisha says, "I want double of your spirit." And it's like, what does that even mean, double your spirit? Well, I think that means double the power, double, whatever the things that you've done, what God has done through you, I want to do double that. I don't think he's looking for self-glorification or anything like that, because it wouldn't have worked out for him. If you know anything about Jehovah God, it wouldn't have worked out. He just wants to do so much for God, and he's saying, "I want double your spirit." Elisha parts the Jordan, going back, and Elisha, after that, he heals these bitter waters. These waters are bitter, and he heals the bitter waters. Obviously, God is the one who's doing it through him. These 40-something boys, and they're mocking him. They go, "Go up, you bald-headed! Ha ha! Hey, go up!" And Elisha turns and declares them as being vile. And these bears come out and tear them up. What? So now these people know that Elisha is taking over for the responsibilities that Elijah had. He is now going to be the prophet for the kings.